I hit that fancy record button because you know what time it is, people. It is time for another episode of Truly Bedrock. So hello anyone, everyone, and no one, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock. And whoa, why when I hit F5 to come out of the third person view, do my frames just completely tank? It makes no sense. I don't get it at all. But that being that, welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock. And today on Truly Bedrock, I'm kind of going to be a little bit fluid on what we're going to be doing. Okay, last episode here, we got the Trident Killers swapped out here for just changes that needed to be made so we don't have to constantly rethrow the Tridents. And of course, they are up and running because we have an AFK Lizard currently setting up their AFKing. Now, of course, he didn't throw the Trident, so potentially we're going to be getting less copper from all this. I honestly don't know. And I guess that's one of the things we could start with today is dealing with our copper situation. And which is not much in the way of a situation, I guess. So let's grab out this dude here and let's craft up all of this into blocks. Now, today, additionally, there's a few other things that I would like to get to. Mainly, we need to get some prep work done so that we can finish up that nether tunnel that we've been working on in the nether leading out to the mining mesa. Now, in order to do that, we're going to need to build ourselves a dye farm because just the other day, I went and got a bunch of terracotta, as you can see here. And of course, I've dyed as much of it as I can, but I've run out of dye. Now, we could go out flower hunting or anything else to try to get us the dye that we need. We could do trades with villagers to get us more of the lapis lazuli, but that's just not the way that we're going to end up doing it. How we're going to end up doing it at the end of the day is we're just going to end up making a flower farm. We're going to end up making a flower farm over here, which is going to be one of the main things we do in this episode, as well as potentially changing this whole storage system over here. You know, we built this over here. I made it a big, massive point that I wanted this insane storage system this season that I could store just about everything in. And you know what the only side we use is this side over here. This side over here. And then some of this isn't even appropriate anymore. We have no gold farm here. We now have a gold farm in the nether. We could potentially swap out all the iron or all the gold spots for iron because look, at this point in time, I know for a fact we've got iron going into the burnificator over there, which is just, it's another one of those things. It's like, yeah, that's frustrating. And yep, that's absolutely happening. So first things first today, let's, is all this copper through here yet? No, come on now. Okay. Are you through? Are you really, where are you coming from? There can't be that much left. There can't be that much left. Right. We're going to get the copper. We're going to let that do its thing. Now, of course, we've got the AFK account on here, like I said, that's going to be AFKing. So we're going to find out how much copper we're getting now from what we're not. And we're just going to place all this down. I know we took the time to lay out appropriate slots for all of this at one point in time. And we're like, oh, this is where we're going to place it. This is what we're going to do with it, you know? But I'm not no more. I'm just going to put it all down in bulk. You know why I'm going to put it all down in bulk? Because I have an account that can literally AFK this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I have the internet, I have the computer to do it. So you know what? I'm just going to let it do its thing. We're going to place all this copper out here. We're going to get all that crafted up. And then we're going to potentially move on to modifying our storage system over there. And of course, all of that copper is now in place. Now, we're going to let the farm produce while we're making today's video. We're going to leave the AFK account up there. And it has been completely cleaned out of copper. So we do get copper from just the drown drops, apparently, because there's already copper in there. But I'm willing to bet without holding that looting sword, it is going to make a big, big difference. I should know this considering that I put out a tutorial on that, but I don't remember at this point in time. Now, from here, as I said, I want to rip out all of this because there's something with this update that's made my area just 10 times worse. And the fact that we put in this massive, massive storage system that it's just, we don't use the full thing. Look, there's literally empty chest. Just empty chest of empty chest in here. And it just doesn't need to be automated. There's absolutely no need for all this to be automated, so we're going to unautomate all this. But one thing's for sure, before we do this, I just wanted to check how many diamonds we got. Okay, we've got a few diamonds, because I am under the impression that Mr. Groova and or Tiz have both set up shulker shops now. Now, I think it was last episode we went to visit Tiz's area and we got a bunch of shulkers. He was selling them for 1 diamond a piece. But I am under the impression now that Groova, not Groupa, hashtag Groupa down in the comments today, Groova is selling them in bulk, like 8 shells. 8 shells, my peoples, for 1 diamond. And I'm pretty sure that he just built this shop today. Now, I'm hoping that when we get over here, it's not completely sold out at this point, and we can actually, I won't lie, if there's shells over here and there's 8 for a diamond, we're probably going to clean them out if they're stacked like that, because I kind of want to change up our storage system quite a bit today. The more I think about it, the more I want to change it. Like, I had minor plans to change it, like, oh yeah, we'll do this or we'll do that, and the more I think about it today, the more ruthless I want to get with that. Now, if I remember the message that I read correctly in Discord, it's just right up here in his mall. Oh my god, can I please? Huh. 8 shells for a diamond. I just want to make sure, is there a sign? 1 diamond a stack. I know it is. 1 diamond per 3 stacks. Vintage shears, 5 diamond each. Oh, that's fancy. Right. that's 9, 18, 27. Is that literally 27 diamonds for all of those? Hold on. I really need to verify this first. Where's the Truly Bedrock Discord? Yep. Okay. Yeah, we're buying bunches. Yeah, it's okay. Don't mind me. We're buying them all. We're buying them all. Uh-oh. Nope, wasn't me. Can't prove it. It was me. Run! Run away! Run away! What's it? We literally just buy all of them. Then we just snipe all of them right underneath her nose. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh. Whew. Okay. Whew. Everything fine. Also, Groova, your new shop is sold out. Just FYI. Good talk. Right. Let's go rip out some storage. That was great. So, step 1 in restoring a frame rate, remove all hoppers and redstone from back of sorter that we never use. So I'm thinking something about like this. We now have all of the back tore out here, which honestly I thought would give us back more frames than it has, but it hasn't. It hasn't. Now we know that chests have issues. We know that chests have issues, aka they generate lag. And in this update, it just feels like it's 100 times worse than normal. So I'm switching everything out to barrels. So we're going to have like a column just about like so. On this side here, it represents what we got in there. So if we look in here, we got the birch leaves. If we look here, we're going to have the jungle leaves, spruce, and everything else. We need to name tag each name tag. We need to anvil each individual item so that the name will display like so. That's why when I look at these, you see nothing, and that one you do. We'll eventually have to get them all name tagged like that. So we'll have all types of each type in a column here, and then we'll use the very bottom barrel, I had to think about the word there for a minute, to put shulker boxes full of said items. So if we have multiple boxes of prismarine, well, we can't fit it all into here, and we don't want it to eat up the space in there, so we'd end up putting it down here. So I think that's the general plan with all of this, and I think this storage system is gonna get a lot smaller by the time it's all said and done. Because like prismarine and leaves, then you're gonna have logs, and then potentially planks, or maybe it's planks next, and then logs, which is gonna be a lot less room, I think, when it's all said and done. You know what? It probably will be. So let's get the camera account over here and let's get a little bit of a, I guess, recording of probably just a few minutes of potential just breaking and replacing and getting everything situated out, shall we? That is a little bit of a change here. That is a little bit of a change. And of course, from that time lapse right there, if you didn't see everything, yep, the sorter on this side has been completely gutted out, and we put in a manual storage system as well. Now, I was over on Twitch streaming the other day, trying to figure out, why this is being so laggy and everything like that. I mean, we eliminated the chests and everything. We eliminated hoppers. I mean, just metric tons of hoppers, like 15, 20 stacks of hoppers, and it was still laggy. There's these things called item frames that I just don't want to talk about. So we've ended up switching out, instead of having blocks with item frames on it and the item on it, we've just switched it out for the block that's literally in the chest here. So that one signifies that we got dripstone. That one signifies that we got a deep slate, cobble, andesite, and so on and so forth. I think you get the point. I think it's really short, simple, and to the point. And we now have some frame rate on this side. Now, on the other side of the room, I didn't forget to hit the F11 button there. Watchful. Don't. You're fine. It wasn't that much of an effort to fix that because I wasn't full screen. Well, accidents happen, my dude. I mean, I could fix this permanently. I could just, stretch the whole screen to fit, you know. Yeah, then we get the thing that messes up. You know what? Just we fixed it now, okay? We fixed it now. And that's all gone. So we've got some frame rate that has been restored to this side of the base over here. And there's a dog. I swear, Princess, every time I go to record, do you decide this is the perfect time that you want to drink a gallon of water out of the bowl? It's just, I guess it is what it is. It is what it is. So this side as well, we've ripped out all of the chests except for these over here at the wool section. And the whole top row of sorter is gone. It is just completely gone. We've eliminated so much that we're just not collecting anymore. So now we're just collecting up the wool. We're collecting up the iron here. Bones. All of these are reserved for like gunpowder. So we got honeycombs coming out there. This, I'm not sure what that is. This one's ink. This one's going to be rotten flesh. And I'm pretty sure this is all copper from here on out. Like, I'm not saving no more of the mob heads. I'm not saving no more of them at all. It's completely pointless. All these other things we just don't need. All the spider eye drops and all that. I don't need none of that stuff. I'm not going to use none of that stuff. So we're only going to keep what we're going to use. Everything else can go over here to the burnificator. As a matter of fact, the AFK account's on right now, and I'm pretty sure if we just sit here and watch, yeah. Yeah, has that already filled up with rotten flesh again? Excuse me? Hold on. Dear God, it just fills up so quick. Anyways, we've got that situated out. Now, I wanted to grab this box here because this is a box of iron blocks that we had from the all the stuff that we broke down in there. And I wanted to come over here and I wanted to check our shops because it's been a little bit since I've checked on these things. And, this is super, super dark. Oh my God. Whoa. Well, I think that's not as bad as I thought. Okay, so we need to restock the iron there and a little bit there. Jeez, I did not expect all this from this. I built, 2 shops. I didn't think they would really sell much of anything. I mean, come on, who usually buys iron? It hasn't been something that hasn't sold in a long time. I mean, but I'm not going to complain. I just spent, let me kill the RTX here. God, 50 or so diamonds just on shulkers, which I need to show you all in just a moment as well. Okay, so we need to restock the iron here. And if we come over here, can we, please. Oh my God, I still can't fly. We need to check the wool shop. This one is a very weird one. Like, okay, so we've had some wool go missing here. There's a diamond there. I didn't expect this shop to sell much of anything, and maybe it's now slowed down. Never mind. Okay, let's restock. Wow. Literally black, gray, and light gray. We need to restock. I mean, I'm not going to complain about this. 49 diamonds from that, because if we come up here, oh my God, why can't I fly? Why? Please, game. I just want to fly for just a moment. Now, Groova has opened up a shulker shop where he's selling like 4 shulkers for 1 diamond. And I keep buying them like crazy because if we look here, yep, that's a lot of gunpowder. That is a whole lot of gunpowder. And if we look here, there's more gunpowder. If we look up here, there's quite a few bones. That's why I'm just not saving everything in Under the Sun no more. And then I didn't explain this. These right here, how these are going to work is, say you got this one here, this block right here. So your nether wart, you look in here and typically you have your nether wart. And if you got a lot of extra blocks in here or whatever, that one's weird. That one doesn't belong in there. Okay. We end up putting our overflows down here. So like right here, look, all this netherrack, all that netherrack wouldn't go in there. So we're going to put it all down here. It's the same for all these. So like if we have something that we just have an excess amount of, like we go to the leaves column here and we look down here. Yeah, because it's all not going to fit up there and still allow us spots to put all them in. So that's great. I love that. But let's restock the shop over there, shall we? So that takes care of our 2 shops there and gets them all situated out. Now, the frames, I can still feel them dipping when we come back over here. And I think that might be due to a couple of things. We still have a bunch of item frames around here that we need to deal with. And as I was coming in, we got all the particles coming up from these campfires here. Now, the amount of food that we got from this thing, I feel like we don't need this here anymore. Additionally, on top of that, there's a couple other things that I've ripped out here. If we come over here, yeah, the sugarcane farm and the bamboo farm are no longer hooked up into our storage system at all. Now, I don't really feel like we're going to need much in the way of bamboo anymore this season, but maybe we will. I mean, we could put up a trivial shop that deals with bamboo, but I don't want to pipe all the storage back in here. I don't want to run more hopper lines. As a matter of fact, I want to try to eliminate some hopper lines. I'm really thinking about changing some of this over to water streams in the future, but that's going to be a project for another day. So for today, I think we're going to tear that out. It just doesn't need to be there. And additionally, I think we're going to tear out the sugarcane farm and we're going to tear out that bamboo farm. And if we need it in the future, well, you know what? We can just build new ones. So yeah, let's get that tore out, shall we? Looks so different with those gone now. That looks so different. And I swear, I love the way that lava looks in RTX. It is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. But that is a good change, I think. Our frame rate has dramatically, no, it's dramatically, no, that's definitely the wrong word. Drastically? What word am I looking for? Greatly. It's definitely greatly improved over here. Now, of course, the AFK account's still doing what the AFK account does best, which is, well, AFK until the server reboots. So we probably didn't honestly get much of an AFK session in place here. If anything, right? No. We've actually gotten like no AFKing in at all. And that's just because, well, server restarts are a thing. But it feels weird coming out here now and there not being nothing here. Not being nothing at all here. It's just a little bit odd. And I'm thinking it's getting about time that we decide what we're going to do with the rest of this place. It's been Farmtopia up until this point into the season, and that's been all good and fun. But I think it's time for some of these little farms to just get out of here. I think it's time to get rid of like the smelter and actually put the smelter somewhere. The cactus farm, I don't know if we're going to need much more in the way of it. The kelp farm, as much as I love it, we don't have much kelp. And that's because, well, that's kind of a baby kelp farm. Maybe we should build a bigger one somewhere else and get that all situated out. The only things that I want to keep over here at the end of the day when it's all said and done is our storage, our drown farm, and potentially our wool farm and iron farm. The rest of these can potentially go in the future, but I think that is definitely going to have to happen in the future, because I think that right there is where we're going to go ahead and call this one an episode. So if you've enjoyed today's episode on Truly Bedrock, make sure to drop a like down below. If you would like to see more, please consider subscribing. But on that note, that's where we're calling it, and I will catch all of you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Love RTX. RTX is just amazing. And I really love the lava.